Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 222. Got my coffee, pumpkin spice creamer, using my knitting Jedi mug today. Oh man, I need some more coffee. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today, it is all knitting. I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like this episode's going to be really short because I don't have much. I have 2 finished objects and 3 whips. I have stash, but it's not yarn. Yeah. I'm looking around me and I got nothing. Let's see, what do I start out with? Oh, the Cal. It starts tomorrow. Today's Friday. Did I say what? I said the date. Today's Friday, so this will be up on Monday. So that means it's already started. I'm gonna throw up a sticky note here and it's gonna have a bad word on it. So if you don't want to, if you have little ones that know how to read, have them look away for a second. So there's the hashtag. Knit all the beep 2023. That is hosted on Instagram. Also it is hosted by Amie from Happy Little Yarn and Lindsay from Lazy Lemon Creations and me. So use the hashtag to enter. It starts Saturday, which is tomorrow. September 23rd, the first day of fall, and ends November 30th. Whips are allowed, knit or crochet. I'm looking at my show notes here. I said it was on Instagram. Use the hashtag, and you have to follow us all on Instagram. And that's it. And this is just a cal to motivate you to either finish your gift knits or clear off your needles and get ready for Advent knitting. I'm excited. I think this year I'm just gonna do socks. Pretty sure I had 3 Advent skeins. So I think I'll just be knitting socks. We'll see. Still not feeling the urge to cast on another Cozy Memories, so I think I'm just gonna chill, and maybe January 1st I'll start mine. We'll see how I feel. I think that's it for the cal. Yeah, so you can either show progress pictures or FO pictures. We're not going to filter out whips and finished objects. We're just gonna, if you use the tag at all, you are entered, and we will each be picking a winner, and we will give out a pattern prize of your choice on Ravelry. So that is that. I think that's it. If you have any questions about it, put them in the comments, and I will also, in my show notes, I will have all of the rules listed down there. Yeah, my show notes will be right down there too. In the description box, just click the word more. Everything should drop down for you. I'll have my, I don't think I have any project pages. I don't think I do. If I have any project pages, they'll be listed down below, along with patterns, bags, yarns. All the links will be right down there. And I'll have my reading and watching. I think that's it. I can write myself a note. I think I forgot to put in my show notes something. I usually type out my show notes the day before I record. I type them on the computer and I write them out. And I think I forgot to add my stash. That's not yarn on there, so I will do that. Okay, I think that's it. I guess we'll get started. All right, finish object number 1. Oh, look at these beautiful. Finished my Halloween socks. This is Night Owl Fibers in the Spooky Fun 2023 colorway. I pre-ordered this like in June or something, or July. I don't remember. So that was the mini it came with. Nice bright orange. I decided just to do the heels. I used the pattern Vanilla Sock on Magic Loop by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. 12 rows of 2x2 rib, 64 stitches. Heel flap and gusset. I'm obsessed now, guys. I don't think I want to go back. I really don't. All it took, you know, that's Stephen West. He always gets me. I did his contrast blast socks, and I had a heel flap. It was a little more tricky than this, but that was my first one, and then I'm like, okay. So I did it, and now I'm obsessed, and I don't think I'll do afterthought heels ever again. Never say never, but oh, I love these. These are for me. I have my windows open. I don't have any knitwear on today because summer decided to show up again, and like the past 3 days it's been 80. I had to break down and turn the air on yesterday because I couldn't take it anymore. Probably gonna be on today too. So school is in session and I have my windows open, and the PA system, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's really annoying. It blasts on the outside of the building, so I get to hear all the high school business. So it's louder because I have the windows open. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Mostly just calling names to the office or the attendance office. Okay, finished object number 2. These are my favorite ever. Oh my word. Let's just have a moment. Let's just have a moment. Oh my word. What? So this is Freckled Whimsy. This was the, oh, I gotta look at my notes. The September 2023 colorway. Something Wicked This Way Comes. Oh my goodness. She's done it again. That Freckled Whimsy. So these ones do not match. There is a 12 stripe repeat. And I didn't want to, let's see. There we go. I didn't want to cut that much out. I could have, because I still have a bunch left over. But, you know, this was my first sock. I love how the cuff, the heel, and the toe are the same. I don't know how I did that. I had to pull some out when I did my heel because I did the opposite direction. So I knit from the outside of my cake. And then when I did my heel, I did the inside. I did have to pull some out because it was really close to these colors. So it didn't occur to me that I was pulling from this. And then when I ended my toe, I'm like, what? It's some voodoo magic. So same pattern, same needles. Did I say my needles? I don't know if I did. 2.5 millimeter needles, US 1.5. And same thing with this one, the second sock. We have the greens, and the greens. I don't know how that happened, but I love it. Oh, I love these so much. It did come with a black mini, and I decided not to use it. I just wanted to use the full stripes. Because it was a black mini, and there's black in between each color, and I do love that. But for the heel, I couldn't picture it in my head. And someone did show me, Stacy showed me her socks, but she did it that way. and it looks kind of funny. So I decided not to do it. So I still have that black mini that I'll use for something. I'll put it in my scrap. At some point, I did end up switching my base. This was the 8515 base. So I will just collect all the leftovers, and at some point when I knit through these socks, I will make scrappy socks. But oh my, I'm excited for October. I hope it's Halloween, but I know this is pretty Halloween fallish, so I don't know what October's gonna be. I did get an email saying that it's almost ready to ship, so I'm excited. Doing pretty good about at least casting one on during the month that I get them. I have 2 clubs. I absolutely love them. This is the yarn of the month. And I have the DK Spells and Things. Well, it's not Spells and Things anymore. What's it called? I don't know. It was the Spells and Things, but she changed it. I have that one on DK. Let's see. I have it on there. Is it on top right here? Nope, that's Spells and Things. Where is it? Maybe this was the last Spells and Things. Yep, this is September. It's still Spells and Things. I thought it was changing. I don't know. So, I don't know, maybe I'm really thinking about mittens. I really want to cast on mittens. So I don't know, maybe that one will be mittens. I don't know. I went through last like winterish time. I made like a bunch of mittens, and I'm starting to feel it again. We will see. So that's all my finished objects. 2 pairs of socks. Pat, pat, pat. Next week, I don't know if I'm gonna have any finished objects. We will see. Okay, now let's go on to works in progress. My pumpkin spice bag. I think these socks. These socks were living in this bag, and I decided that I wanted to use again, so I just cast on a new pair of socks. Got my interverting pin. Love it. This is Amie from Happy Little Yarn. I cast these on yesterday. I finished. I told myself if I finish those 2 socks, I cast on another pair, so I did. Mustache yarn. Over the Garden Wall. This is her 75/25 base. I bought this. I don't know when I bought this. It's been at least a year, maybe more. It was probably last year, maybe. And I finally was able. This is based off a cartoon. It's just a one-off cartoon series. I love it. The episodes were like 11 minutes long, so I got through it really, really fast. So I bought the yarn. I'm like, oh, I want to watch that show. We finally got a streaming service that it was on. I don't remember which one it was on. Hulu? Maybe it was Hulu. I don't know. I'm trying to think. We had Paramount, Hulu, Disney Plus. I don't remember. One of those streaming services, they had it. I watched it and I'm like, oh my, I need to cast those socks on. Oh my goodness, the bells aren't working. So now they're going to be talking about 2nd hour and 3rd hour all day long today. Okay. And I'm like, after watching this show, this yarn was like, it's like a perfect match. She just nailed it out of the park. And again, Stacy, she's like, we have to cast this on in September. I'm like, okay, I'll see if I can get to it. I did. She hasn't cast hers on yet, but hers is a DK, and it's probably gonna go really fast for her. So I have a little bit of a head start. Here's what I got. Look at this. I love the thin, teeny stripes. I just want to get to the next color. I thought they were going to be thicker, but I don't remember what it looked like when they had a sample knit up, but I don't remember. I am not quite through the striping sequence yet. Oh, look at that. Is this not fall or what? It's also giving me like Hogwarts vibes. I'm getting Harry Potter vibes. Yeah, you got the Hufflepuff, the Gryffindor, the Slytherin. I'm getting Hufflepuff. I'm getting Harry Potter vibes. So I knit mine magic loop, cuff down, 12 rows of 2x2 rib, US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter, 32-inch cord, Chiaogoo red lace. That's it. Love them. I'm going to, with mustache yarn, these are going to match because she makes it so easy to match. I don't know how, she's a wizard. I don't know how she does it. There's 2 cakes. They're already split for you. You just have to wind them up and start from the same spot. It's magic. So these are going to match. And I have this, I believe this is Lolo Did It. I want to say it's Coal Miner's Daughter. This gray. I'm going to do the heel. Decided to do the heel on this because, yeah, there is gray in here. It's not quite, it's a little bit lighter, so I think it will work just nicely. Oh, I'm excited. I got to that green stripe and I'm like, yes. You know me, I love my green. So I don't know if this would count for the spooky, the crazy sock lady is doing a crazy spooky mail on Instagram. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna knit them. Whatever. And that is that. That is just the first sock. But I do love that it's 2 cakes. So at any point, if I'm like, I want to cast on the second one, I can. So that's nice. But we'll see. I don't know. I kind of like just doing one sock and then casting on. So we'll see. Okay, whip number 2. Mountain State Stitches. Love this bag. This is my mystery skein. If you watched last week, I opened one of these up and I did cast on. Freckled Whimsy. This is Yarn of the Month from May 2023. And it's called Ditto. I keep looking at this yarn. I threw the repeat and I'm like, this reminds me of something. My light bulb's gonna go out. It reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. So this is the 75/25 Superwash Merino nylon base. 4-ply. 460 yards. It's a little on the thinner side, but I still love this. It's a good base. So let me show you and think what you guys, maybe it's like those popsicles, those summer popsicles, the red, white, and blue ones. Even though there's pink in here. I don't know. The color scheme is reminding me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But here we go. I got 31 rows in. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. Same thing, same needles, same ribbing. I do a long tail cast on. I don't think I've ever said that, but long tail cast on. And I do it in between a color stripe, so there's like a little pop of color. So if I do decide I want them to match, I know where to start. But yeah, this is the first sock. I'm gonna have to get these back out in a second because I got to put stitch markers on here. Progress keepers. I have some new progress keepers. Spoiler alert, that's what my stash is today. But yep, I got that done. So these are my only socks on the needles. Stephen West's MCAL is coming October 5th or 6th. Whatever Thursday is. The first Thursday of October. I think it's either the 5th or 6th. Darn it, I don't remember. But anyway, so I would like to finish these 2 socks. This one. We'll see. And if I do, I'm only going to cast on one sock because I feel like, if I remember correctly, last year, most of my October knitting was that shawl. So I don't want to have 3 sock whips on the needle. So I'm going to try to just finish these. If I finish these, I want to cast on a Halloween sock for my stash. And then that's it. I know in the evenings, I like to work on something other than the MCal. I'd like to take a break, do something mindless like a sock. So yeah, my episodes in October might be a little boring. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably all gonna be MCal. We'll see. My foot's falling asleep. Yep, 20 minutes in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my sock progress. I am loving like the chill sock knitting. That's all I'm doing is working on my socks. And then in the evening I work on my cowl that I'm going to show you in a second. This looks like it's mindless knitting. I need a break before the MCal because I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of brain space. So I am just doing all the vanilla knitting right now. This is Freckled Whimsy. She used to make bags. I don't think she does anymore. She's really focusing on that yarn. And oh man, it's good. Go check her shop out. Her yarn is, I love it. And she's gonna have, what is she calling it? Like a year of like winter and Christmassy yarns for the whole year, and I might sign up. I did, in anticipation of that, I did cancel my row 1 minis because my yarn budget is not that large. Maybe it's probably larger than some people's, but so I'm like, well, if I cancel that, I can get that Freckled Whimsy club. I do love my row 1 minis, but I have not been using them. So, and my Freckled Whimsy clubs and my Yarnable, as soon as I get them, I am using them. Ish. So, I'm tempted. I don't know when that, I think it opens up in November. And the first one is going to be in December, and I think it's just going to be a monthly club with wintry and Christmas. I don't know how she can think of 12 different ones. Do I need 12 more Christmas socks? I don't know. And then I have to think about, do I want DK or do I want fingering weight? I'm kind of tempted to do DK because in that way I can do either socks or mittens. I don't know. I gotta think about that. Let me know. What do you think? Should I do DK or should I do fingering weight? I mean, I really have enough Christmas socks. But 12 mittens, that seems a bit much. Anyway, all right, tangent. Back to my cowl. Oh my word, look at this. Look at this. So I was here. I was right down there. That's part of my acquisitions. Oh, it's a bat with a moon. Love it. Oh my word, I love this. So I am using, the gray is Knit Pick Stroll Ash. Do I have the tag in here? Yep. Knit Pick Stroll Ash is the gray. And then, oh, it's getting short and stubby. Cuddle Bumps. I'm doing this knit along with Amie from Happy Little Yarn and Lindsay from Lazy Lemon Creations. We all have the same braid here, and we're all doing the same pattern. We are doing the Litmus cowl. I'm doing gray, Amy's doing white, and Lindsay is doing black. So if you watch all of us, you can see all of our progress. They both started way before me, but I feel like I'm catching up. I don't know where they're at. So I'm at 1, 2, 3. I'm at the 5th mini. There's 25 I believe there's 25 minis. They're all 5 grams. I am doing 14 rows of each because that's how much I can get. I do have a little bit left. I probably could have got 15 rows, but I was afraid to play Yarn Chicken, so I just did 14. And it's like a rainbow. Love it. I did a provisional cast on. Yeah. Oh, love it. So I'm working on this in the evenings. So after, I want to say like maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It depends. Sometimes I get sucked in and playing my online games. I love to play Words with Friends. That is my best. That's my favorite game. That's the only one I really play. So I get sucked into that. Sometimes I don't knit very much. And it is the end of the day and I'm tired. So we will move my stitch marker. That is Twin Mountain Handcrafts. I got green and glitter. What I'm using US 2.5, which is 3mm, a 16-inch circular needle, Chiaogoos. I am weaving my ends in as I go, so I do a couple stripes and then I go back. I tie a single knot and then I weave in the ends. But look at this. Oh my word, I did a lot. Yes. I'm excited to get to like these colors, like these greens and yellows and oranges. I want to get to that part. Oh. Not the hugest fan of pink. It's okay, but I'm getting excited for like the oranges and greens and yellows. And that's it. Here's my next color. I wound it up here. Getting into the blues. That's it. I love it. I thought this was going to take a lot longer, but this might be done sooner than I expected. I think I'm just having flashbacks to my Star Wars cowl, and that was like, it was huge. This one I'm using roughly 200 grams of yarn. Ish. So it's gonna be a smaller cowl. It's just gonna be a tube. I'm going to Kitchener the ends together when I'm done. So yeah, that's it. 27 minutes. 28 minutes. I told you it might be a short one today. Okay, I'm gonna show you my acquisitions because I need to put them on, and I need to put stitch markers on my progress keepers. I got Frankenstein, a glittery. This is like a build your own Halloween kit, and I didn't realize that you could have, each one could be a different color, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't do that with some of these, but it's okay. Some of them, they work out. Like, obviously, the Frankenstein. Green, it's a good color. I know this isn't a Halloween sock, but I'm putting a Halloween stitch marker in it. Progress keeper in it. Okay, now I will show you the rest of them that I got. I got a pumpkin, a ghosty, and a cauldron. I think I'm going to use the ghosty for my mustache yarn socks. And then I will show you the rest of them that I got because I am obsessed with these. Love them. And since it's Halloween, I gotta use them. I did end up getting, I talked about getting another Stuart. So I got green ones. These are just there's my Stuart. There's my buddy. So these are only out for Halloween time, and then they're gone. So if you want these, you need to go get them run quick. Same thing with the other ones. She has like 20. I don't know if it's 20. There's a lot to pick from, and you can just pick whatever one you want. You can pick whatever color you want. And I really love these circle clasps. That's what got me. I really love these. I know I can buy stitch markers and change them, but I'm lazy. If I can get them with that on it, I will. And then since I was really close to free shipping, we'll just throw on another set. Right? That's what you do. I spent way too much money on these. Actually, they're not. They're pretty reasonable price. I think it's like, the wood ones are $10, and I think these are 12 or 13. Look, I had to get socks. And these are iridescent. Oh, yeah. So, after Halloween, I'll be using these for my sock ones. Oh, I love that. So, Twin Mountain Handcrafts. This is what I need to link down below. Hopefully everyone will remember. And that will be down there for you. Go check her out. I love her stuff. Love it. And I feel like these ones are less... I like the clay ones. They're very cute, but I'm so afraid of them breaking. These ones feel less fragile, except the wood ones. I think the wood one, I had one break on me, but that's because it was on my Cozy Memories, and my daughter was kind of using it as I was knitting it in between, and she probably flung it around and hit it too hard on the floor or something, or stepped on it. I don't know, but it's okay. That's all my stash. That's it. That's all the knitting. So I'm going to talk about reading and watching and life stuff. So if you're not here for that, I will see you next week. If you are here for it, keep on knitting or crocheting or stitching or whatever you're doing, and I will yak some more for you, and you can maybe finish a couple more rows. What do I do first? Reading. I finished 2 books. I'm getting back to like reading during the day. Oh, I love it. I finished Holly by Stephen King. Oh my word. Go read it. I can't. I love Stephen King so much. Yeah, some of his earlier books were hit and miss for me, but lately, like all of his new stuff, I love it. So good. I'd listen to that on Audible. Used a credit for that one. I'll give a little bit of a disclaimer. So if this is not your jam, there is cannibalism in this. It doesn't go too much into detail, but that is in there. So if you're like, ooh, no, not for you, but it's Stephen King. What do you expect? I told my mom to read it, so I hope she does. I told her about that. She's like, that's okay. She likes the mystery crime books, and I feel like Stephen King is like kind of, it's not detective. Well, yes it is. He's going the detective mystery route. So, love it. Go read it if you like Stephen King and horror books. Like I said, it's not as graphic as, I didn't think it was very graphic. There were some parts, but. And then I finished Mickey 7. I was reading that on my Kindle. I had like Monday through Thursday. I watched like 3 episodes of a certain show. I'll talk about that later. And then I had like about a half hour, 40 minutes before lunch. So I used that time to read, and it really worked out. Today, it's not so much because I'm recording today and I got laundry and stuff, but yeah, I'm getting back to reading. I did start a book. I didn't write it down because I didn't think I was going to start it. I'll talk about it next week. It's the 5th or 6th book. I don't remember. 5th or 6th book in the Cuckoo Calling series. I've read all of those. Love them. looking for a book to read. The library had this available. I'm like, I'm snatching it up. And then I realized that the next book, 6 or 7, is going to be out on Tuesday. And I'm like, oh my word, I'm behind. This book is very, very long. It's like 1,300 pages. What? That's probably why I haven't read it yet. But I heard there's a lot of like either text messages or something like tweets or something, where I feel like there's not going to be a lot on the pages. So I'm hoping when I get to that part, I'm going to, really fly through those pages. My mom listened to this on audio, and she said that part was annoying. So I decided to give the Kindle version a go. I thought I got this on Audible as one of my credits. I did not, so I'm just like, phew. So I'm gonna start reading that. I'm a couple chapters in. I can't think of something about ink and heart. That's all I remember. Hopefully next week I'll have all the details for you. For watching, my husband and I finished Babylon 5 season 5. Meh. I really enjoyed the first like 2 or 3 seasons of that show, and then we had to take a pause for like 4 or 5 years because we couldn't find it anywhere. And then when we got back to it, I just didn't feel it anymore. I lost interest. So maybe if I watched it like closer together, I probably would have enjoyed it more. It was okay. That is on Tubi. And I couldn't find anything to watch. I told you I finished a bunch of stuff last week. And I'm like, I'm just going to go back and watch Supernatural because I love Supernatural. I stopped at some point. Probably because we had other streaming services, and I'm like, okay, I'll take a pause on that. I have watched it all the way through, and I recently went back. I started season 6. I'm like maybe half-ish done with that. Oh, I love it. So good. So yeah, I've been watching 3 episodes in the morning. I don't know, is that a lot? 3 episodes in the morning, read my book, have lunch, and then either listen to a book or watch some knitting podcasts in the afternoon. And last weekend, my husband and I watched Dune, the first one. I think the first one, the 1984 one. Love it. Good. It's got Patrick Stewart in it. Love it. Kids didn't want to watch it, and I think that's on Netflix until October 1st is like the last day you can watch it. So if you want to watch it, you got like maybe a weekish left. And that's it for reading and watching. I don't know what we're going to watch next. Maybe Umbrella Academy has a new season out. I really want to start a new streaming service, but my husband is dragging his feet. It's like, I want Amazon, or I don't know about Apple TV. Maybe Apple TV. I want to watch Ted Lasso. I haven't watched any Ted Lasso, guys. I feel like I am living under a rock. So I'm just like, can we please get something else? We're running out of stuff. My husband needs to broaden his horizons. That's all I'm saying. Because once we have Amazon and Apple TV, there's going to be nothing left. What are we going to watch? I don't know. I want to get Disney Plus again. I want to watch Mandalorian again. I want to watch those again. Anyway, that's that. He said we would go back and get the streaming services again, but we have to wait for new seasons to come out. Anyway, that's it for reading, watching. Life stuff. I really don't have anything. It's been a very chill week. There was no doctor appointments, no appointments whatsoever. Kids were in school. My oldest got sick over the weekend. Just like think it's just a head cold because nobody else is sick, and she's better now, so. Oh my word. I know it's coming. I've said this before. Schools are germ factories, and they bring home stuff, and I'm just waiting. COVID is on the rise again, so that's always fun. Nobody's wearing masks, also fun. Deep breath. Yeah, like I said, the weather, it's been getting hot again. I don't like that. It was nice and cool, and I loved it. I was able to wear my sweaters in the morning. And then in the afternoons, it got warm enough where I could open my windows, and there's a nice cool breeze. Right now it's nice, but once it gets to be lunchtime, air's gonna come on. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. It's been kind of boring. I did not purchase anything this week. Nope, I've been good on the yarn front. I really don't have any goals. Finish one or both of these. I don't know. If I do finish my my mystery skein, I don't think I'm gonna open one until maybe November, or I don't know if it's some miracle that the NCAL is like I can finish the clues in like 3 days, then maybe I will. But I'm excited for the MCAL. Got like a week and a half-ish left. I gotta get winding my yarn up. I haven't done that yet. Thinking about what it's gonna look like, but I don't even know why I bother, because Stephen Westow is full of surprises. He did a lot of modular, I can't say that word, you know what I'm talking about. His like shifting chevrons and his fragmentation. I feel like it's gonna be like that. I feel like it's gonna be like that. That's what vibes I'm getting. I'm getting those vibes, but we will see. Still crossing my fingers for no brioche. I really don't have anything else. 42 minutes. Maybe this will be a short episode. I really don't have anything else. I hope you are all doing well. I hope your knitting projects are going well. Come join us for Knit All the Beep 2023. Yes, if you have any questions or comments, put them right down below. I do love reading them. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Ring the bell if you want to be notified when I post episodes. Usually it's every Monday. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.